and feel how it changes our life and how we depend on it more and more. Furthermore, it affects processes of economics significantly. And well-skilled IT specialists are needed in all kinds of organizations. However, there are not enough IT students to fill these vacancies. Pirmiausia, norėčiau pakviesti sveikinimo žodžiai Socialinių Mokslų Kolegijos Vilniaus filialo vadovę Vytaną Nevelienę.
Labas rytas visiems susirinkusiems neabejingiems tarptautiniai programavimo dienai. Ypatingai sveikinu čia susirinkusius mūsų studentus ir moksleivius. Europos Sąjungoje programavimo savaitė švenčiama jau 3. kartą istorijoje ir esu tikra, kad daugiau kaip milijonas žmonių Europos Sąjungoje šiandieną, šią savaitę būrėsi kartu auditorijose, įvairiuose renginiuose, mokosi vienas iš kito, mokosi programuoti. Mes esame reikšminga šio milijono dalis. Šiandieną šioje auditorijoje aš matau maždaug apie 120 žmonių. Tai yra ta dalis milijono, kuri pasirengusi šiandien griauti nusistovėjusį stereotipą. Stereotipą, sakyčiau, kuris nepelnytai susiformavęs, kalbant apie programavimo iniciatyvas, programuotojo darbą. Stereotipas dažniausiai susijęs su šios profesijos veiklos sudėtingumu. Programavimo savaitės tikslas yra, dalinantis patirtimi, parodyti, kad programuoti gali kiekvienas ir kad ši veikla nėra tokia sudėtinga, kaip galėtų atrodyti. Todėl šiandieną visus susirinkusius studentus, moksleivius, dėstytojus, svečius, žymius žmonės, verslininkus, kuriuos jūs matysite šiandieną, kviesiu dalintis savo patirtimi ir griauti šį mitą. I'm very pleased to welcome you today to a programming day. Today we celebrating EU Programming International Day. You who have chosen the programming can show others, especially for pupils, that programming is not so difficult as we can imagine. You, our SMK students, you can be our ambassadors for the programming field. Please, welcome today to the Programming Day and share our days and activities in programming. Good luck for everyone. Visiems sėkmės šiandieną, būkime linksmesni, nors ir darysime rimtus dalykus.
And now I would like to invite first speaker Vytautas Butrimas, Chief Advisor for Cybersecurity at Lithuania's Ministry of National Defense. He will talk about cybersecurity of critical infrastructure.
The Social Studies College for inviting me to speak to you about a topic which I'm very interested and excited about, especially the last 5 or 6 years. And I want to ask you a question. How many of you are actually actual computer programmers here? Raise your hand. Writing code, okay? I think some of the most influential people in the world are teachers, because of the effect they can have on the society for the future, the young people. Another group, I think, which is in rivalry with the teachers are the programmers. Those that are writing the code that we depend upon for our everyday lives. And what I will talk to you about, critical infrastructure, has a lot to do with the work that is done by programmers, for good and for not so good. What's wrong with this picture? How many can raise their hands and say, what's wrong with this picture of this demonstration in Hong Kong? This article is writing about. And there's a big websites attacked, slow websites going on. It was the biggest cyber attack in history. What's wrong with this picture? Any idea? Yes?
It doesn't match the title. It's like,
Yeah.
the title says about cyber attack, but there's like some kind of human protest going on.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't quite match. You're getting close. Who can get closer? Okay, to save time, I'll tell you. You know what's wrong with this picture? The lights are on. Okay, this is Hong Kong. Millions of people live here. Very hot climate. What would happen if there was a cyber attack on the electric power grid? All of a sudden the lights go out. This is nighttime. Millions of people without lights, without any way to go home on the tram or on the subway because there's no electricity. You can't even find the lights to the subway entrance. If these people do make it home, they want to have a bite to eat. The refrigerator, the food is spoiling. There's no power for the refrigerator to keep the food cold. There's even no place to get money out of the ATM machine because the ATM machines need electricity. Now, if Hong Kong, during this event, had a cyber attack on its power grid, that would really be some news. A big cyber attack against critical infrastructure. Jacob Radanovsky and Jacob Brodsky, I know the project guys from this. They are industrial control system engineers that use the Shodan search engine. How many of you have used Shodan? It's like a super duper Google. They had put in control system words, and they came up with, after a year, how many sites do you think they found in how many countries that are exposed equipment on the internet? How many countries have devices exposed on the internet? How many? Any idea? Someone saying? Guessing? Okay, 211 countries. How many devices? 2 million. Send me an email, I'll send you the copy of the report. It's publicly available. Lithuania, by the way, has 2,000 sites as of January 2014. Depends upon the level of industrialization. Other countries, like Norway, for example, they all think it's DDoS and botnet. All right, 2 years ago, the Delphi news site. How many use Delphi here to get news from Lithuania? All right, Delphi, okay? It was DDoSed, denial of service for about a week. It was a slow website, it was a news portal. But it caused a big disruption in Lithuania because we had meetings at the president's office, at the National Security Committee of the Seimas Parliament. Got to do something about this. I don't use Delphi, it didn't bother me. You know, I was writing emails, I was browsing, I was doing, but Delphi got the attention because it's press. And that's again like the Hong Kong incident. That's, ew, it's bad. But you're missing, see what I'm saying? You're missing half or more than half of what you should be thinking about. And then we have people saying, that doesn't affect us. Our power grids, our control systems are not connected to the internet. And it's real tough to tell people that, excuse me, you know how Stuxnet probably got infected? Not because of the internet, because of one of these. All right, there's other ways against advanced persistent threats. Oh, they don't use internet? Okay, we'll do it this way. Oh, they don't use USB sticks? Okay, we'll use Bluetooth, or we'll use Wi-Fi. They're gonna get you. So we have a big problem of awareness, and that's why I'm happy that I can be with you today to try to rouse your awareness in this area. Now, this is a pitch to save the world. Okay, I'm saying states are involved in this, and states may not realize what's going on. You know, there's a cyber arms race. All right, I was in Germany 2 weeks ago, and I sat with a lot of military people from 17 countries. They're talking about defending critical infrastructure. They also know the military advantages of attacking critical infrastructure. It's you know, someone just said, I think Clausewitz or somebody said that war can't be left to the generals. Well, it's a big issue. And what can we do to kind of lower the temperature? How am I doing for time? How am I doing for time? I'm almost 2 or 3 minutes, I'll be done. Okay? Okay. Proposal number 1. It's a requirement of states to agree that in peacetime, stay out of each other's critical infrastructure. Don't play any cyber games in each other's financial systems or energy systems in peacetime. Because if you attack Wall Street, the attacker's probably going to feel it right here as well. It's all interrelated. The finance systems are all interrelated. Visa, cards, and so forth. Okay, these attacks are going on as we speak all the time. People like me working for IT departments, we're sort of behind the scenes, making sure that when our people come to work in the morning, the systems run. Our systems are constantly being attacked. They're being attacked by botnets. They're being attacked by these automated programs that are scanning the internet. Somewhere I read that when you buy a new computer and you connect it to the internet for the first time, within about 2 minutes, somebody has scanned it. Not maybe a person, but an automated system that some person has put into play to find out, oh, I can play with this computer, it's vulnerable. State activity, it's been recorded. If you look at the state security report that was published in Lithuania, it's written about these things, okay? This is going on as we speak. There are a lot of people behind the scenes trying to keep the systems running. We start with policies to remove USB stick use in our institutions to cut down on the viruses, but we have all kinds of problems. You have the problem of a manufacturer of a Siemens or a General Electric, for example, in a power station or in a pipeline system. He wants to do an upgrade of his equipment, so he goes to the website of the manufacturer and he downloads an infected upgrade, and that can enter the system. Believe me, there are a lot of people, not just hackers and students, but people that have support by governments or criminal groups that are really interested in this, and they're always probing, oh, I can get in here. I can do something here. It's always going on. We defend, but they only have to succeed once, and we have a big mess. But these are always going on, these attacks. In Lithuania, in Latvia, in Poland, at Lithuania, and also from Lithuania to other countries, because this is international. Cyberspace is international. They say there are no borders. There's stuff going on. Stuff going on.
Thank you. O dabar norėčiau pakviesti mobiliųjų aplikacijų kompanijos GEDGER įkūrėją ir generalinį direktorių Ilja Laursą, kuris yra gerai žinomas tiek verslo pasaulyje, tiek užsienyje, tiek Lietuvoje.
Nežinau, ar žinote, ar ne, kad šiuo metu šiek tiek labiau susidūrė su būtent investicijom. Šiuo metu dirbu mano su Mindaugu įkurtų investiciniam fonde Nextshare Ventures. Mes Lietuvoje veikiame, kuriant, prisidedant, investuojant į startuolius. Tikiu, kad kažkiek tai startuolių judėjimas įdomus yra ir kai kuriems čia sėdinčiam. Taigi, jeigu turite kažkokių klausimų, tikrai galim pradėti, kelkite ranką dabar iš karto, kokią temą norėtumėt pašnekėti, ir labai mielai pabandysiu, pasistengsiu atsakyti jūsų klausimus. Taigi, turite klausimų, prašau kelti rankas.
We can talk in English because we have...
Should I repeat that all over again in English? Okay, so in short, if you have any questions, raise your hand. How many of you are actually Lithuanians? Okay, and how many are not from Lithuania? Okay, so that's quite significant. How many of you are working or thinking of launching or joining a startup or building your own business? That's very little. Okay, so those of you who are thinking, I think you should probably have like a ton of questions, like what do you do, how do you find that, how do you identify the idea, how do you collect the team. So if you have any practical questions, just please once more raise again your hand, and then could I start the discussion, so please.